We're back. Our next guest stars in the ABC sitcom The George Lopez Show. He also has a brand new book out entitled Why You Crying? Please welcome George Lopez. You've done very well. People in your neighborhood must be very proud of you from your old neighborhood. Is that true?
It's not true, Conan. You know, I actually live in an area and a culture that is prouder when things go bad.
Really?
You know, there's a couple of guys graduated from, you know, the college and in the neighborhood. Nobody talks to them, really, almost if they've been ostracized. But there's one guy in my neighborhood that got electrocuted, and that dude is the star.
He was electrocuted?
Electrocuted. All the time, everybody goes, hey, where's your friend? Oh, the one that got electrocuted. And the guy will show up, and he'll be proud. Hey, did you guys hear I got electrocuted? And they'll go, yeah. And he says, you know what happened, man, is I found a refrigerator in the field, right, and it didn't have a door. So I started thinking, you know what, I can make an ice chest out of it. So I laid it down. I put beer in with ice, but it had a little bit of a cord. And I thought, my mom has a curling iron she's not using, so I hooked up the cord. And then I forgot that the grass was wet, and when I plugged it in, it just, you know.
Right.
So he gets back up, and he says, hey, you know what? I didn't drop my beer. You know.
That's the big thing to be proud of. How many stories end with, and I didn't drop my beer?
A lot.
Yeah. That's how all stories end in my family.
And the whole front yard smelled like carne asada, and I didn't drop my beer.
Now, you are not happy with the reality show trend. Is that?
Oh, my God. You know, they just did the upfronts for all the networks, and there's more reality shows than ever. You know, The Swan, Extreme Makeover. And I'm old school, man. I'm 43. You know, Conan, I believe that some people are meant to be ugly.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I don't think we need to fix every busted lip or chipped tooth. You know, when I was growing up, if you were missing a front tooth, you just laughed like this. You know, and the fact that they've made, you know, ABC is holding the network together with Extreme Makeover.
Right.
I mean, where they usually take a person who's not very attractive, usually from the South,
Look, I've already dug a deep enough hole here.
I'm going in with you.
I need your help, okay?
And in an hour, they're beautiful. Back in my day, Conan, that's what a 12-pack did. You wanted somebody to be attractive.
Between this and the 12-pack
and some Mystic Blackberry wine coolers, beauty was at the bottom of the bottle.
I could use some of that right around now. Now, you talk in the book. You talk about, and I don't understand, but you say that in Latino culture, you don't go to the doctor.
No,
you don't. That Latinos don't like to go to the doctor. Why?
It's an opposite culture. You know, the minute you don't feel well, you don't say anything. You know, somebody will say, hey, you're losing weight. Yeah, I got cancer, but I'm really not, you know, I'm really happy with the weight loss, so I'm not going to go check.
Oh, God.
You know, my uncle had a stroke, right? And his biggest claim to fame, Conan, he would say, hey, do you know what my cholesterol level is? And I'm like, no. And he goes, guess. And I said, I don't know. He goes, just guess. I said, 140, higher. I said, 170. You're not even warm. And I would say 250. He'd go 475.
Top that, man.
He said, top that. He said, right now, man, I can't feel my left side, but you know what? I'm gonna get it to 500 by Christmas.
So it's all point of pride.
All pride in the negative. You know, one of the things that's great is I was in a shopping center parking lot, and a guy was backing up, and a guy he didn't know, an Anglo gentleman, runs over, and a guy on a Lexus is about to hit a pole. And he's saying, stop! Oh, my God! You almost inadvertently hit this pole. And the other guy's like, thank you so much. And the guy says, you better get those rear sensors checked. Because apparently they're not working. When I saw that car backing up and was going to hit the pole, I told my friends, hey, watch what's going to happen.
See, I don't know. That's not Latino. I would be the same way.
And then I yelled out to him after he's checking his broken lights. I know somebody that can fix it.
Now, what about, so going to the doctor
Going to a
doctor's office? What do they do when they really need medical?
We go to emergency. We don't go to the doctor. You know, most people go preventive when they're there. You know, Mr. O'Brien, yes, I'm here for my checkup. Us, you know, we're an emergency. Like, our family will not go to a baptism or a wedding reception, but you end up in an accident, and they all go to the emergency, you know.
All go to the emergency room?
All go to the emergency, and they go, is he dead? And they're like, no, he's still like, oh, man, you told me he was dead. I ran over for nothing. You know, and there's always, and I mean, we bring meat, and there's a little grill set up, and you know, the doctor's like, I've never seen a barbecue grill in the ER before, but that meat smells fantastic.
Yeah, looks good. Give me some of that.
So then they would always go to my grandmother. My grandmother's older, and she speaks very little English, and she'd be already with the rosary beads, and the doctor would come, and he'd be very, you know, medical. Excuse me, senora, there's a situation that's very grim, and she'd be like, no, doctor, I don't talk it too. I only be United States 59 years. I don't talk it too. So we all have a spokesperson. What happens is that in Latino families, there's a spokesperson assigned who's for the family.
Talks to the emergency room doctor.
Talks to the emergency room, and they'll say, I want to do it. And my grandmother would say, no, mira, not you. Oscar, you work at Target. Talk to the doctor. Put your vest on so he can see that you're a professional. And there he is with the vest, you know. Did I tell you I got electrocuted?
Grill up some meat. It's really funny stuff. Very funny stuff, and a lot of it's in this book. George Lopez, Why You Crying premieres. George Lopez. This is the special. Premieres Saturday night at 9 on Showtime, and that's the special.
Yes, it's a special called Why You Crying. Bill Cosby's probably going to want to kick my ass because it's not Why Are You Crying?
Yeah.
But it's Why You Crying. He
doesn't like that.
Which is the mantra that my grandmother would always say to me. Why you crying? I'm saying, because you pull my hair. And she'll be like, what was I going to do? Leave without you?
You were portable, yeah. And Why You Crying book is available in stores. George Lopez, very funny.
Man.
Thank you so much. Good man. We'll be right back. Tom Popper's here. Stick around.
What's happening? Oh, my God. Welcome to Lopez Tonight, everybody. I want to wish everyone a merry holiday season, and may all your transgressions be bright, and may all your waitresses be white. So tonight, Morrissey. That's big. Hey, Morris. All right, take it easy. You're not at Coachella, relax. Or as the Latinos like to call him, the vato that makes us feel warm inside. When I put Morrissey on, I can let the kids play longer. I get a warm sensation in my heart. I go play. I think I can be somebody. So every day, I try not to talk about Tiger Woods. And then I turn on the TV like in The Godfather. They pulled me back in. Gatorade dropped Tiger Woods. That's gacho, eh? Let's give him a team gacho. Gacho. Gatorade shouldn't drop Tiger Woods. If anything, they should re-sign him. Because Gatorade gives you the stamina to... with all those women. Come on. Listen, Gatorade replenishes the bodily fluids that you lose. That's a great campaign. It was in me, then I put it in you, and now it's back in me. Come on. That's beautiful. That's the slogan. Is it in you? After I finish this, there's going to be a new. Gatorade said that they planned to drop Tiger Woods 3 days before the fight with his old lady. Then sabes que Gatorade also must make you psychic también. Right? Gatorade must make you psychic. You drink it and you're like, hey, we better get rid of him before. Tiger's timing is awful, and I'll tell you why. And I think you guys will understand. You never want a song to come out that reflects what's happening to you. You never want a song to come out that reminds people of what's happening. Somebody call 911. Shorty's chasing me with a golf club. Oh, somebody call 911. Even Christmas makes him look bad. Santa Claus is even going, ho, 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 sucia, scandalosa, ho. 9 ho, somebody call 911. Listen, Tiger's situation is so bad, David Letterman is making jokes about him. That's like 2 fat dudes making fun of each other. Perez Hilton spoke against Tiger, and he don't even like. Tiger's life is worse than Precious right now. I felt like throwing a brush at him. Hugh Hefner said that monogamy is all an illusion. You know what? That is the last person that Tiger wants coming to his defense. Hugh Hefner. That's the equivalent of John McCain helping President Obama get something off the high shelf. Hugh Hefner, a faux erection in a smoking jacket. Hugh Hefner has been with so many women, he never even takes off his pajamas, cochino. Answer the door with manchas all over the front. Have you seen Hugh Hefner? He looks like the last rotisserie chicken at the market. Wrapped in a silk pajama, just twirling with a red sticker because nobody will buy it, you know. Still tender. So listen, Tiger's story has covered up a lot of other bad behavior. For instance, the same weekend, the same Thanksgiving weekend, David Hasselhoff got falling down drunk again, and his daughter had to call 911, which was busy because Tiger's wife was on the phone. They pulled me back in. I hope that the Hoff, that's what they call him in Europe, the Hoff, they don't realize how corny he is. The Hoff doesn't die of alcohol poisoning. I hope that he's okay. But I think it'd be cool if the car from Knight Rider spoke at his eulogy. There's a car sitting there. You will be missed, Michael.
Michael was always running on a higher octane than me. Thank God I was always in control of me. I saved the Hoff from a lot of DUIs. And then they sold the car to a Latino family in the car. Please, you need to get help. Welcome to Lopez Tonight. Orale, tonight. The only place on TV where my audience is a performance-enhancing drug. Yeah. Except that fool right there. That about to look like a depressant. You all right? Can I get you a Zyrtec? An inhaler? Hey, now that my show is allegedly successful, allegedly, it's not allegedly successful. This show is badass. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's gacho when white dudes can't hold a job down and Chicano shows up every day on time. My wife, está loca, she said, maybe we can get a bigger house. I said, yeah, go ahead. You can't leave me this one. But take the dogs with you, please. You know how long I've been married? My wife says hello to the dog first. That's gotcha. Of course, the dogs run to the door when she gets home. I look like that. Oh. No, you know what? I said the same thing that Conan O'Brien said to NBC. I like it here. I'm not moving. I thought Conan O'Brien was hearing that. The red hair right there threw me out. We got a spy. Because she kept going like this. Conan O'Brien sent a letter to NBC. Why did he send a letter? See, only that white people can send a letter to say that he's unhappy. A Mexican would just walk in and tell him, I'm not moving, eh? Hey. Tom, I'm not moving. And then take another guy behind you. Tell him, Gilbert, hey, he's not moving. He's in the car. He was very adamant. You know, all you get is a report to the back. There's a Mexican in the lobby, and he does not appear to be happy. We would yell, so I know you can hear me. I'm not moving. I'm not. Conan O'Brien sent a letter saying he wouldn't move to 12:05 to make room for Jay Leno at 11:35, which I don't understand because Latinos have no problems being told to come into work a half hour later. What? Right? And apparently black people either. These dudes are like, hey. That's right. I'll even call the boss. I got one better. How about if I don't even show up at all? How about if I only show up in spirit? Hey, how about if I You have to ask your buddy to help you out. You know, I can't go, man. Go get my check. I called in sick. You ever been in the lobby of the place you work and you send your friend, hey, go get my check, eh? I called in sick. There's somebody you know walks by. Conan tried to set the record straight by adding that the speculation that he was in talks with other networks was not true. Huh? Sounded like he was drunk, huh? Tell him that I'm speculating that I'm not... Tell him that I'm speculating that I'm not in negotiations with any other companies at this particular juncture. But he also added that he also added that he wanted to say, hey, if anybody's hiring, let them know. That he's available to take any spot. That's how low down he is. Hey, I'll take any spot. You're better than that. Hey, you take any spot. You'll be watching Judge Judy and you'll hear her say, stick around for Conan. Conan O'Brien would make a good ShamWow guy, right? From ShamWow, the dudes that go hyper. He's got the hairs. He'd make a good ShamWow guy because the original ShamWow guy got crazy and punched a prostitute. Toma, cabrona, paz. Punch. Everybody should have known he was crazy. If you think you could clean the house with one rag, your ass is crazy. Even Latinos are like, you need 2 t-shirts or probably a double X. To sum it up, it's like this. NBC is the wife that leaves her boring husband, finally gets a good man, then dumps the good man and go back to the dude that choked her out at a barbecue. Look at all the ladies. They're not clapping for that. That's, he's right. He's right, because one time I was at a quinceañera, he grabbed my hair. And I left with him. I left. And they told me, Sonia, don't go. But I was all in love. I still have deadness in this one area back there. Finally, there has been a Tiger Woods sighting. Finally. I knew he was going to get hungry and go back to Perkins. If not just for the biscuits alone. Everything else you get there, that's just gravy. You do that this is when you want people to know. This is when you don't want people to know. That's the trick. Tiger Woods has checked into an Arizona sex rehab clinic. Huh? Rehab as what? As what? The guest speaker? What I live? He probably went in there lying. Hey, I'm just a social banger. They put him on the social banger plan. It's like a side plan, you know. You don't check in, they just give you like a day room. A little soap for after. It's like cleaning your fundido with a chiclet. You ever seen a little soap? You ever seen a little soaps? It's always when you stay in the low budget hotels, you got a little soap and you're washing yourself. And you know how you get the soap off? Oh, there it is. The rehab clinic is on a reservation in Arizona. I think it's the tribe, the No-Have-Ho. Everybody have a seat, relax. You act like you've been here all day. Welcome to Lopez Tonight, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so for coming to the show. just say, when you pay for cable, there's more love. There's more love. There's more love when you gotta pay. Now, look around the people that don't pay for cable. They feel, I feel like I'm cheating. I better not clap. I got a black box. And Valentine's Day is different now than it was, because when we were kids, everybody loved their teacher. Like, you liked them, and you made her a Valentine's Day. And the one I liked was Miss Wilder. Started when I was little, and I was right around that age when I was going through puberty. You know, I'd be sitting down like, you know, just contorting in my seat. Trying to, you know, they didn't have the internet, so you would look at something and try to keep that image, you know. Like, I made her a Valentine's Day one year, and then I brought her an apple. But from Mexico, it was little, and you know, with chile all over it. She's like, and now if you like your teacher, you gotta get her pregnant, or else she don't think you care. Cosmo came out with ideas for Valentine's Day that a woman can give a dude. It's about time. Finally, somebody's thinking. Finally, but stuff like, you know, the Hangover DVD and a framed picture of you and him. Yeah, that's what we want. Here's a picture so you don't forget me. You know what? You've been nagging me so much, I could never forget you. A hang gliding lesson? What kind of? That's got to be a white gift. Kyle, you've always wanted a hang glide. Us with a sheet on top of the bed. Hey, catch me, Rudy! Listen, you don't need any of that stuff. You don't need that Cosmo magazine. Ladies, if you want to show a man that you love him on Valentine's Day, offer to pay half the bills. Half. She like, the hell no. The jewelry stores say, tell your wife I love you with a diamond. That's got you, eh? Tell your wife you love her with a diamond. While wives tell you they love you with, okay, but just because it's Valentine's Day. All right? But take a shower and make it fast. And turn out the light. I don't want to see you. And it's Valentine's Day week here. It's also Black History Month. Los dos together. Black History Month and Valentine's Day. And they go together perfectly because you can use the same techniques that Martin Luther King used. Express no anger. Never retaliate on an opponent. Because you go crazy, you'll be outside your house with a sandwich board marching, I'm a man, just back and forth. And she'll come out with a water hose and a dog. You could give the I have a dream speech. I have a dream. And she'll say, yeah, cochino, I know your dream. I know your dream. I know. Because I see the way you look at my friend. You're not bringing the two of us together. Not with you, Sucio Luther King. Romance should always stay alive. Check this out. There's a girl in New Zealand that auctioned off her virginity for $32,000 to pay for college. 32. Ask her if she takes WIC. $32,000. Let me tell you something. If you can get $32,000 for sex, you don't need to go to college. You're already smarter than everybody in college. Right? Hey, all you guys are doing it for free, for a chocolate and a card. It is rumored that blind governor of New York, David Patterson, he and his wife are swingers. The dude is sight impaired, but the vato's a swinger. I mean, how does that work? He's all reaching around, you better not be my wife. Latino is all feeling up. Wait a minute, there's 3 chichis here. What is it? Bro, that's your seeing eye dog. Oh. That's gotcha. The dog's all like, because you know what? People who are hot are never swingers. People who are attractive never swing. You ever see swingers? All they do with a mullet and acne on his ass? You know, our horniness is gonna get us killed. I don't know if horniness is the medical term, but our horniness. Muslim doctors are giving female suicide bombers exploding breast implants. Chichis that explode. Listen, if exploding implants are gonna start happening, we're all in trouble if they start recruiting Americans. If I see Heidi Montag on a plane, I'm getting the hell out of it. Pamela Anderson, hey. Tara Reid, the one that has one up high and one up low. But hers already exploded, too late. And women are so health conscious, they're so concerned about what they eat. They would read the label. If you had like edible items, like edible calzones, you know they would be reading. Like if they had a thong for a dude that was edible, you know the woman would be like, I can't lick that, that's 100 calories. That's... No, it's 24 grams of carbs, I can't eat that. You know, like cherry underwear going, oh, these are 5 Weight Watcher points. 15% of women send themselves flowers on Valentine's Day. 15%. And 75% of the women just exchange the batteries. It's amazing how loud people clap when they do this.
I know, isn't it?
Our next guest is the hottest woman on ABC next to Constance Marie, who of course plays my wife on the George Lopez show, which airs Friday at 8.
Does it?
TGIF. Please welcome from Less Than Perfect, the gorgeous and talented Andrea Parker. You look amazing.
Look
Are we
at
lovely
this.
in black?
Look
A little
at this.
trio? Very nice.
Stunning. And your little Manolas on?
Prada.
Prada.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Hey.
Excuse me. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Stunning.
Thank you very much.
Now, we met at the ABC party, the 50th anniversary. Do you remember?
Thank you for that introduction, by the way.
We were drinking tequila back there in the after party.
Oh, yeah? And what
dancing
else?
and dancing.
What else?
It was great.
And then you lost your top, and it was crazy.
I always lose my top. Whenever there's tequila around, the
You
top
didn't.
is the first thing
Did
to
you
go.
strip?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Nobody wants to see that.
We do now.
I would.
No.
Yes, we do.
We do now.
Oh, yes,
You're
we do.
I changed.
You were looking so svelte.
Thank you.
Doesn't he
You look
look...
And that was a
really
word that
stunning,
never
really
went with me,
handsome.
svelte.
It sounds very Jewish.
Thick.
You're
It's svelte,
svelte. You're
svelte.
gorgeous.
I don't call my parents, I'm svelte.
Boy.
Yes, and Constance Marie is beautiful, beautiful lady. You must give her my best.
Now, you guys were in
went
acting class?
Yeah, we were in school together.
Get off.
she pay
You were-
attention?
Yeah. I won't. We were.
You were?
Yeah, isn't that a wonderful
But didn't
coincidence?
you start off as a ballerina?
I did.
I think
I
we
did.
have a
You were a
picture of
ballerina?
you.
And then I-
Look at this.
Yeah, I
George,
think my mom
look.
brought a photo. Isn't that nice?
That is the biggest ballerina I have ever
No,
seen in my
excuse
life.
me. How tall? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10" barefoot. So,
Wow.
so in point shoes, I'm 6'3". Yeah, I'm Sasquatch in a tutu. Now, how tall are you?
5'2".
5'2". Oh, I always wanted to be little.
She could fit in one of your shoes.
What- yeah. you are the perfect height for a ballerina.
I used to dance.
Stand up.
I used to dance.
You did. You did.
All right,
Sharon, let's see some
wow.
moves. All right,
Oh,
the
you're gonna
battle of
take
the
your heels
ballerinas.
off?
The battle.
Okay, wait. You took your shoes off, so I'll take my shoe off. So there.
Come on.
See, I'm gigantic.
No, you're not.
But
No,
that's
you're
all
not.
right,
You're
that's all
like
right.
a model. It's
As-
everybody wants to be like this.
As an actor, it's not such a big deal.
Now, what about driving cars real fast?
Yes, I
What is that?
turned in my point shoes for a Cadillac.
Didn't you do like special driving things, like you do stunt
It's
driving?
become a passion. I just can't stop it. Burning
Do
rubber
you
in the
drive
morning
like a
is
gear
just
car?
breakfast of champions.
Do you do gears?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I think you do those gears on a car.
You're so fun.
Now, do you
No,
do
I-
spins? You do 360s and you do
Wheelies.
turns?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the fun of it. Yeah, you really don't go over 30 miles an hour, so it's controlled danger. It's
What
not
kind
bad.
of-
You could do it. Come,
what
I'll teach
kind
you.
of-
I'd love to teach you. You'd be amazing. It's all about finesse. Women are sometimes a little better than men because they like to overcompensate. You know, they like to put the muscle into it when it's
Yeah.
really it's a little bit more.
Okay, now what about this?
finesse-oriented.
Now, as a Latino, this frightens me that you also are good with guns.
As a Latino,
Are you?
I am. I'm a.
You shoot
I'm,
too?
I'm
You
a decent
drive?
marksman.
What was the show where you started like this?
The Pretender.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
James
That's
Bondish.
so nice. Thank
Come on.
you. I loved every second of that. That character was so malevolent and unruly and unapologetic for her bad
Do
ass
you have a
attitude.
gun at home?
Let me know before I go over. let me just hit him in the shoulder. Ba-ding! All right, I'm leaving. Now
What are
talk to
you
me
doing
about this,
looking at
girlfriend.
that?
Talk to me about the cover of Razor magazine. Look at that.
So gorgeous.
I know I'm half naked. Wow.
Half? You're all
Totally
naked.
I am.
naked
Well,
There's
I
half
am-
a chair in
I-
front of you.
No,
Yeah.
did you have a thongy on?
I was asked to remove it, funny enough.
And you did?
And I did.
Just like
How
that.
exciting.
Just like that.
This is very nice.
Very, very gorgeous, I must say. Who was the
you.
photographer?
Kevin Foley, I believe was his name.
Beautiful
Very
pictures,
talented
you
man. Thank
sexy
you.
thing,
That's
you.
very nice. Thank you.
Now, in your show, you look so great in everything that you wear.
I'm so spoiled. I'm so spoiled.
But look at you now, everything, even the ring to match. Did you see that,
It's
George?
fantastic.
Do you know
Look at
that
this.
Prince Albert kissed this ring?
Get out of here.
I won't.
Royal. He's royal.
What?
Royalty.
Yeah.
From Monaco. You know who he
But
is.
of course, Prince Albert had to do this. He had to.
Oh, yes, on his knees.
All right, we have a clip from the show, and it's one of my favorite shows. I think you guys do a great job.
Thank you.
And of controlling Andy Dick, too, personality-wise. Fantastic.
Such
let's take
a great
let's
guy.
take a
I'm
look.
so lucky.
Let's take a look at the
I'm
clip.
so
How
lucky.
wild is he?
Wonderful cast.
All right, let's go.
If I play my cards right, my relationship with Jeb is moving to the next exciting step.
Lydia, you can't sue him for alimony until you marry him.
Oh, we're not at that level yet. But this is my chance to sink the hook even deeper. His son is coming to visit from boarding school, and I am determined to bond with him.
Aw, how old is he? I love kids.
Oh, Claude. Okay, George is in the 9th grade at Andover. This isn't a child from your world, covered in bits of shag carpet and taco fixins.
Tell everybody when the show's on.
Come on, Andrea, you go.
When is the show? Catch Andrea on Less Than Perfect Tuesday nights on ABC.
Yes.
You know, this might be one of the times when wisdom from an older generation would be helpful. Okay, let's.
What do you think we should do, Daddy?
Nothing. You're screwed, Granny. Now, I know that sounds mean, but you put me through the same thing. Hey, psst, you married without my approval. Although in this case, unlike you, Carmen would be running off with a smart, wealthy man with a future.
Daddy, when are you going to give this up? George turned out great.
Yeah, well, even a blind squirrel finds a nut eventually.
Stand right there, I'll find two more.
You know, the crazy thing is that in a couple of years, you will be 3 or 4 Carmen, to marry a boy like Jason.
What'd you say? Hold on. What? What's wrong? Angie's dad's there. He's gonna want to play dominoes again. All week it's been, George, dominoes is a man's game. Come, show me what kind of man you are, Chico.
George, I bet he wouldn't bug you if he found someone else to play with.
You know, Ernie, I've been having trouble with this lock.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Yeah. A ver, pull it. There we go. Mira. Ah, you don't know like that.
Ernesto!
Oh, hello.
Join me. Dominoes is a man's game. Come, show me what kind of man you are, Chico.
Hope he's not talking to a little girl in a sleeping bag.
I left Miami to give you time to think. Look, this is not what you were supposed to think. You're sorry? No, don't apologize to me. Apologize to God for destroying 40 years of marriage.
Wow! This doesn't taste like 1 calorie?
Don't pretend you didn't hear. Emelina's divorcing me.
What?
I don't know how it happened to me. I don't even know how to say this. I've been cuckolded.
I'm sorry?
Cuckolded.
I'm trying to be sympathetic here. I just have no idea what you're saying.
My wife cheated on me. Last week, I went to her dermatology clinic to surprise her. I walked in on her, checking a man for moles in a place where sun damage is not a possibility.
Oh, Angie's gonna be devastated.
George, you must allow me to tell my daughter in my own way, in my own time.
Well, maybe you won't have to tell Angie. Maybe Emelina will realize that this is a mistake. Vic, you guys have a great marriage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But it all came out. This wasn't the first time. I should have seen it coming. She was working more, coming home late. She started going out with her girlfriends again.
Well, lots of happily married women go out with their girlfriends. That doesn't mean anything, right?
Never thought this could happen to me. I mean, I stayed fit. I was successful. I kept the romance alive. For what? I look at you and think maybe you're right. Why even try? Eso es todo lo que tú tienes, ¿eh? ¿Y a ti qué te pasa?
Vic!
Hi. George, what are you doing here?
Look, I had a fight with Angie and made a fool out of myself, man. You gotta tell her about you and Emelina.
What does one have to do with the other?
Man, you got in my head, man, with all that crazy talk about how it could happen to anyone. Cuckolded! I was cuckolded! Look, Angie will understand why I got so jealous if you tell her about the divorce.
No. She idolizes her mother.
Listen, Angie and I don't fight that often, and when we do, we usually clear things up pretty quickly. Okay, I don't want to be like this with her, Vic, so you gotta help me.
I can't. My little girl will think I'm a failure. Sure, you may be used to it, but I have my pride.
Trust me, when you tell Angie, she's not gonna think any less of you. You're her father, and you're not a failure at that.
Okay, George. I don't want to ruin your marriage, too. Well, not anymore, I don't. I'll tell her.
And you know, I couldn't say this while you guys were together, but Emelina, oh, man. She was one bitter tramp with a 10-foot stick up her butt.
She's the mother of my children, a gifted doctor, and the most beautiful woman in the world.
Okay, too soon.
A ring means nothing. I gave my wife a 3-carat stone, but that didn't stop her from cheating on me. She even threw the ring at me during counseling when I called her a mattress-hopping whore frog. In Spanish, that is devastating.
You know, it's horrible when a marriage falls apart. Hey, did you keep that ring?
Yeah. I'm gonna use it to scratch fornicator on her coffin. So the devil knows which line to put her in. Change your plans. Don't give her the ring.
What? I just gave it to her. What do you think this was about, that shirt?
You got me this for Christmas.
What's going on?
Well, last night I did something very stupid. I went to happy hour at Baja Beach, and you know they got those giant margaritas. And...
Get to the point.
Well, I was drunk, so I called Angie's mother and told her I gave her diamond to a younger woman.
What?
Oh, the whole bar cheered for me, man. Whole frack, whole frack, whole frack.
George!
Sorry. Keep thinking about how I screwed up my anniversary.
In my 40 years with Angie's mother, I never once forgot an anniversary. Even now that we are divorced, I still remember. This year, I had my nurse take a pint of my blood, and I sent it to her with a card that said, "How much more of me do you want to suck out, you cheating vampire?" I laughed and laughed. Then I passed out. It's better than Castro's eyes.
Dad, if it were really over, would she be flying here tomorrow night to see you?
She's flying here?
Yes. So you'll talk to her?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Daddy.
It'll be a pleasure to tell her to her face that she's a lying, cheating Jezebel who will burn in hell with her lover, boiling in a soup of their own treachery. Mujer mentirosa y traicionera.
Okay, Vic, swing through the ball. Okay, relax your grip and keep your left arm straight.
Cansado me tiene la pelotica de porquería esta, chica.
You can keep your cool when you're cutting open a human heart, but golfing in my backyard is too much pressure?
You don't understand. If I hook one into a sand trap tomorrow at the hospital benefit, I will be laughed at by a male nurse. That's like you being mocked by a, well, I don't know what's beneath you, let's say a homeless man.
Vic, I know you're worried you're gonna be humiliated at this tournament, but just remember this. You suck, and I'm not helping you no more.
Kids and I are going to Carmen's poetry reading.
Oh, man, do I have to go?
No, you don't have to go. Unless you want to support your daughter and show her that you care about what's important to her.
Thank God. Let me know how it goes.
Well, we won't be home till late. Try not to kill your mom.
Fighting with Benny?
I don't want to talk about it.
You know, this reminds me of a time in Cuba.
Okay, you've broken me. I'll talk. My mom's house burns down. I take her in because I'm a good son. She treats me like I'm an 8-year-old in my own house.
I think I know what the problem is here. You have reversed roles with your mother. She's now dependent on you. So the less she feels like a parent, the more she's going to treat you like a child. It's a classic power struggle.
Well, I don't care what's going on in her head. I just want it to stop.
Perhaps I can help. When Emmeline and I were in couples therapy, I learned how to deal with unhealthy relationships.
Vic, you got divorced.
It helped me. She, however, remained a whore. But what I learned is that people in bad relationships are like actors playing out the same tragedy day after day after day after day.
Getting drowsy must hear point.
The point is, if you want a happier ending, you must change the script. If she's mean to you, instead of lashing out, try being nice. Eventually she will give up. It would be like killing her with kindness.
Okay, killing her. Go on.
So, as a rule of thumb, when you want to choke her, give her a hug instead.
All right, I'll try it. But if I'm hugging her too hard and she can't breathe, I was trying to do something nice, right? That's our story.
George, please, the music inspires my cooking, Chico.
Lean over the stove some more. I didn't get enough great chest hair last time. Angie, your dad's been here a month. How long is he gonna stay?
Paño de cocina. La gente no tiene paño de cocina. Qué barbaridad, que desorganiza. You know, a real lady would turn around and allow me to cover myself. I believe we're having what the cowboy movies call a Mexican standoff.
Looks more like we've got a Cuban Missile Crisis.
Benny, please. Toss me Angie's jacket. Hey, I don't care what you do when Angie and George are here, eh? But when I am house sitting, you call before you come over.
Yeah. What's that?
It's a pro-con list for moving to Colorado. Pro, less crime. Con, cold weather. Pro, 1,000 miles away from Benny. Con, only 1,000 miles away from Benny. Hope you're happy, Benny. You are a major reason our children are leaving.
You didn't read far enough. Pro, won't have to listen to Vic tell us how to raise our kids. Con, will miss laughing at the way he says is stupid.
What? They are the ones who are stupid. All I do is help and they never appreciate anything.
Oh, hey, I'm just as insulted as you are. Now look, we can either whine about it or we can get back at them by drinking George's good scotch.
I like good scotch. Especially when I ordered that pay-per-view boxing on George's TV. I'll show them not to take me for granted. Victor Palmero has his pride. I'm a man. Hi, chest hair. Hello, everyone. Angie, got the wine? Ay, Dios mío. Mira esas bombas atómicas. No, I mean, I love what you've done with your hair. Have you noticed her breasts?
Kids, give us a minute. We need to talk to your grandmother.
Mom, did you do this because of what I said at the factory?
Yeah, I did. You made a fool out of me, George, but no one is ever gonna make fun of my body again.
Benny, how could you afford those?
Well, I spent the money I was saving up for my new apartment. I may not be able to get a place of my own, but at least I'll look hot.
So you think those are what men really want?
Why don't you ask your dad? He hasn't taken his eyes off them since he got here.
I'm only viewing them as a doctor.
And what is the good doctor's opinion?
Oh, they're yummy.
Daddy!
I'm older now, and I say what I like. I like.
Hi, guys.
Hey, ay, Dios mío, this kitchen is a disaster.
I told you.
Angie, you need a maid.
No, no maids. I don't want some stranger in my house going through my stuff, invading my privacy.
George, we had a maid growing up and it was great.
Yeah, they are like part of your family. Well, except they have to do what you say and they leave at night. Although, never call them at home. Oh, man, you'll just hear gunshots and sirens in the background and, well, it's depressing.
Well, I remember when I was a kid seeing all the Latinas at the bus stop waiting to go clean some rich guy's house. I don't want to be that guy.
It's not like that, Uncle George. I loved our maid Rita. She was the hardest worker ever. You couldn't even distract her. I'd say, Rita! And she would keep on working.
I thought her name was Vicky.
Oh, my God. That's why she never turned around. I really miss Rita Vicky.
Come on, Veronica. I'll take you to dinner. I was thinking of making paella for you here, but something in that old bowl of rice just blinked at me. Let's go. Vic Palmero se va a Miami. Pata, pata, pa, cha, 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 cha.
Look, it's a Cuban Santa Claus. He doesn't have a sleigh or reindeer. He just got a raft pulled by 12 relatives.
I don't care what you say. I'm in a great mood. I just got off the phone with your sister. For the first time, the entire Palmero family will be in Miami for Christmas. We're having a reunion.
Oh, this is so great. The whole family hasn't been together in years.
Whoa, 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 Angie, I can't take your whole family talking down to me. I thought we were just gonna see your Aunt Claudia. At least when she insults me, I can just turn down her oxygen tank. She falls asleep.
You turned down my aunt's oxygen tank?
Of course not. What kind of person you think I am? I just pinched the hose a little bit.
What are you worried about, George? You're a big success, man.
Yeah, George. I don't know what you're worried about. There'll be 6 doctors there, 8 lawyers, 2 judges, a state senator, and 1 factory worker. Maybe you can tell them what it's like to eat lunch from a truck.
Maybe you can tell them what it's like to lie about your age on your internet dating ad. That's right. I went online. I'm Juicy Maria 818.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? You get stood up for coffee last Saturday?
Damn it! What about Jessica 1960?
I don't know. Show up at the park, take your chances.
Fine. I can take a joke. Hey, I just signed for these flowers. They're from someone named Wayne.
Get rid of them.
What? Hey, come on!
What is going on? Who are the flowers for?
Angie.
Oh, yeah, why does it say rest in peace?
I was good last night, so I guess she needs her rest.
Then why does it say in loving memory?
In memory of the loving. Any more questions?
Yeah, how many times are you going to mention sleeping with my daughter before I leave the room?
Okay, look, I'm sorry. All right, we both know she's an angel. Till she walks up those stairs. Hello.
Where's Max? I want to give him back his paintball gun.
That's 2 weeks in a row. What are you doing, training to take back Cuba?
Who told you that? I want names.
Relax, I was just kidding.
Oh. Well, now that you know, I joined a group of Cuban patriots. We conduct military exercises at an indoor paintball facility in Tarzana.
Vic, I know what it means to you to take back your homeland. So to help with the invasion, I'm gonna pitch in for some Batman walkie-talkies.
Very funny, huh? We will need 6 of those.
Just leave the gun. I'll tell Max it's here.
So, are you finding college tougher than you imagined?
It's nothing I can't handle.
Why have you written in scrod? All over your notes.
It says I'm screwed.
Calm down, huh? Calm down. Earthquakes are just a part of nature. Man, in Florida, we had hurricanes. After your grandmother cheated on me, I submitted her name to the National Weather Service. Hurricane Emelina. But they said it had to start with a D. So I suggested Hurricane Dirty Lying Tramp. Well, they went with Dana. I don't get it. It was only 2 years. Richard was perfect. Professional, wealthy, handsome, Cuban. I'm stupefied. How can you and Richard be getting a divorce when these two are still together?
Well, go ahead and complain, but I'm all you got left, Papi.
Is she talking to the police?
Yeah, we think a guy's stalking Max on the internet.
Dios mío, that's horrible. At least in Cuba, there was no internet with strangers trying to lure you away. If an old man put his hand in your pants, he was looking for food.
Why were you walking around with food in your pants? Why didn't you just use a paper bag?
And leave my dad without a briefcase? I don't think so.
He's been boxing.
You put my little boy in the ring so other boys could hit him?
Look, Angie, it wasn't my idea. Look, I'm not gonna rat anybody out, but there's somebody in this kitchen that said, "Oh, yeah, Chico, I got it. Boxing."
Oye, chica, Benny, he ratted you out. What?
Your skin.
Just got a spray tan. I have a healthy glow.
You look like a hairy yam.
Get a spray tan, he said. Chicks'll dig it, he said.
Ernie, I'm not going to insult you. I just have a message for you. Willy Wonka called. He wants you back at the factory right away.
Hey, I gotta ask you, Vic, when did you fall head first into the La Brea tar pits?
Well, I dyed it myself. Apparently, when the box says 4 minutes, they mean 4 minutes.
Well, I think it looks good, really. I mean, if you don't mind, I got some old dress shoes I like to buff on your head.
You know, maybe if you were dating someone your age, you wouldn't feel the need to try to look younger.
Who says that's why I dyed my hair?
Why else would you do it?
Maybe he wanted the drapes to match the carpet.
Stop. Oh. Ay.
Shh, don't move.
There's a black cat on Vic's head. Probably after the black mouse under his nose.
Let me see your eyes. Oh, yes. In my professional opinion, you are having a hallucinogenic reaction to eating me. I'm in your belly. Watch me dance.
I got your message. How many worms did he eat?
I cut him off at 5.
Dude, you know you're dancing?
Yeah, I know.
Well, you know you're dancing alone?
Oh, I don't think so.
You'll have to dip me, Ernie. I don't have any arms.
Okay, time to go home. All right, follow the shining star.
What's happening?
Oh my God! Hey, it's me. Come on. But it's Halloween. It could not be me. Oh my God! I love you. All right, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love listen. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. It's all right. Happy Halloween. What if I was Eric Estrada under this costume? All right, so I'm happy to be here with you guys at MIT, talking about the spark. You know the spark that it's when people tell you you're crazy. That's when you got the spark. When you go, I want to grow up, I want to be an engineer. Está loco. That's the spark. All right, so I'm here. It's quiet, huh? You guys taking pictures, selfies? When I was growing up, we didn't have clearly the technology that you have today. So we didn't have our own cameras or selfies. We would just have to remember. They go, remember we went to New York? You remember? Oh. When I was growing up, my grandmother raised me, so my grandmother never really wanted to take me anywhere, so she would tell me I'd already been places and that I didn't remember. Like I want to go to Disneyland. You already went. You don't remember? You don't remember? You scratch your back when I pulled you under the fence to get in? Ah. All right, so listen, to all of you guys, it's interesting because you guys are very diverse, and I think that's what this country is going to, right? Diversity, yes, diversity. Diversity, and I believe that if this, because we grew up, it was a very black and white, but the diversity, and even in your faces and stuff like that, you can see it, that if this diversity continues, I think in 20 years, everybody will look like Bruno Mars. So, but here's the thing with you guys, like you guys have all of the technology. Oh my God, hi. All the technology that we didn't have, and I think it makes it easier and it makes it harder in a sense because when we were growing up, we didn't get tested like you guys get tested. Like you guys know if you're allergic to stuff, like all of a sudden now no one can eat a peanut. Does anybody have a peanut allergy? Nobody's going to say, but nobody can eat a peanut because you guys get tested. Even on airplanes, they won't allow peanuts if somebody on the plane can't eat peanuts. So, now, even now, if we're at conflict in other countries, we're easy to figure out because we won't need bombs or anything in 10 years. Whoever we're fighting against could just throw peanuts and the soldiers would start walking. What's the matter? Peanuts. But the United States is the greatest country. This is the greatest country. I've traveled all around the world, and this is the greatest country to live in and to learn in. Do you agree in that this is the greatest country? Yes. My ancestors are from Mexico, but I don't do well in Mexico. The deeper into Mexico I go, the whiter I get. They're like, are you enjoying Mexico? Oh my God, why is it so hot? So here's the thing, with the way this country is, and you guys, like everything is possible. I think you guys know that, right? That everything is possible in this country. It got awful quiet. That everything is possible. When I grew up, I wanted to be a comedian from the time I was 11. I mean, 11 years old. That was 1921. No. So I wanted to be a comedian from the time I was 11 years old, and I just graduated from high school. I was the first one in my family to graduate from high school. Yeah, first one. With a whopping 2.2 grade point average. They almost didn't write it down, it was so low. They almost said, is it worth wasting the ink? 2.2. So when I was a comedian, when I started to become a comedian, it wasn't very easy for me because, I had learning disabilities that went undetected. Now, like I said, you guys get tested. The only test we had when we were growing up, really, is you'd go to the vice principal's office and the guy sat there with like a box with a knob in the middle, and then they had a long wire, and then you put headphones on, and then the guy would turn the knob, and then you go. They go. 2.2. But listen, and education clearly. So when I was growing up, I idolized Richard Pryor. Does anybody know Richard Pryor? Richard Pryor. So he was my idol, and when you pay it forward and you appreciate where you come from, this Sunday he's from Peoria, Illinois. Illinois. I always get it wrong. Illinois. So this Sunday, me and Cedric the Entertainer and Mike Epps and D.L. Hughley and Charlie Murphy and Eddie Griffin are doing a show that I arranged to raise the money to finish the statue for Richard Pryor in Peoria, Illinois. So we're going to do that this Sunday. As a gesture of his inspiration of me as a comedian and as a Latino too. Are there Latino kids here? At MIT, Latinos at MIT. I was at MIT too, Mexican in training when I was younger. But you see healthy stuff now that we didn't see. So, you guys have health, you're health conscious, you guys work out, you guys eat right, all of the stuff that, you guys have Chipotle now, right? Chipotle. Like we didn't have Chipotle. There wasn't even healthy Mexican food nowhere. I mean, my uncle's cholesterol level, he thought the higher it was, the better it was. So I'd go, Tio, what's your cholesterol level? 95 right now, 195. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by Christmas. My left arm is going numb, so I know I'm going right. So, but Chipotle to me is great because they don't even have a tortilla anymore. You can get a burrito in a bowl. And then everybody pronounces the names wrong, like pollo. It's pollo, and then I'll hear people, hi, can I have some palo? And some pico de culo and some guac. Guac. They've even shortened the name of guacamole to guac. It's better than, listen, the real homemade food, like the kind that puts you to sleep, they don't make anymore because that all had lard. We're lard. We don't need lard anymore. We're all conscious of our health. The milk, there's 20 kinds of milk now. Nobody drinks whole milk. When we were kids, we drank whole milk. You could hear the cow like when you drank it, you turned it, you could hear but that's all bad. Now people know that's bad. So now there's 100 different kinds of milk, 2%. I was at Starbucks and this lady, everybody's all particular. She says, is this 2%? Because I can only drink 1%. and it tastes like 2%. So I grabbed the coffee. You want 1%? Hang on. There, I spill half. There, it's 1%. When you guys were growing up, you guys have baby monitors. You know how they have the monitors? Everything is for safety. Everything is for safety. Now you have video screens that you can watch the kids sleeping. There's a camera over the kid's bed. The kid's in bed. You can call in, Courtney, are you all right? Over. When I was growing up, we just slept. Nobody checked on us. The baby monitor was the other babies that would come outside. I go, what do you want? Gilbert? Gilbert's been crying in the room for 45 minutes by himself. By himself? All right, then go join him. Now you see car seats, it's all safety. 30 buckles. You see how a baby goes in there? 30, like he's going to the moon. He sits in there. It takes about an hour and a half to put the buckles on. Just us, one strap across. Your mom would hit the brakes, you'd hit the, and then you'd want to cry, and they'd say, don't look at him, he's going to start crying. And the baby, don't look at him, he'll start crying. Somebody in the future with Barack Obama, we will have I believe we'll have a female president. Yeah. It could be somebody in here. One of you could become the president. Just remember me in case I jump the fence. But it's encouraging for me to see you guys with your whole life ahead of you. And knowing that you do have a spark inside of you, that you can become successful, that no one can tell you that you can't be. And that if you remain positive and believe in yourself, that good things can happen. Do you agree with that? That good things can happen? You're getting an education. I'm going to go over here. Don't miss me. That you can get an education and that this is the greatest country in the world. It truly is. You know, I started a foundation because 9.5 years ago, I was sick, and I had a kidney transplant 9.5 years ago, which I had when I was a kid, but my grandmother never took me to the doctor because she would say, you already went. You don't remember? So we didn't go to the doctor when we were growing up, but then now everybody goes to the doctor, and everybody's trying to be healthy. And everybody wants to live forever. But I will tell you this, that time goes by very fast, and that there is no time to waste. So whether you're young or old, you have to make the best of every day because it goes by so fast. And if your parents are alive, take pictures with them and get stories from your family and talk to your grandparents because it does go by fast. Do you agree that it goes by fast? Yeah? All right. So, look at everybody's looking at me. This morning in the hotel, they thought I was a dog whisperer. That was a good one. Yeah, no, this lady goes, wait a minute, I know you. And I said, oh yeah, do you? She goes, yeah. And she tells her friend, Karen, it's Cesar Millan. So I gave her some advice on her dog anyways. I don't think it's going to work. I told her to feed her chocolate. No, I didn't. But I really just wanted to come out here and tell you guys that, you know, I've been working with the Dalai Lama Center for 2 years. I came here 2 years ago. It's always an honor to come back. You know, I'm proud of my heritage to the Latino kids that are here. I'm proud of my heritage. And proud to be involved with the center. And also to tell you that, you know, everything is possible. You stay positive. When I was growing up, I used to watch I Love Lucy. You guys watch I Love Lucy? Yeah? That's old. That's some black and white. That's some old stuff. So in the history of TV, and I used to watch these guys, and I used to dream about having my own show, never thinking it was possible. So in the history of TV, only 3 people have ever had a successful sitcom that were Latino. One was Desi Arnaz. He was on I Love Lucy. And one was Freddie Prinze. He was on Chico and the Man. And I'm the third one. So I never imagined that. I never imagined that for me. So I'm just going to say that thank you for listening to me. I hope that your futures are all bright. They should be. Keep your spark lit, and I'm your biggest fans. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Happy Halloween. Enjoy your day. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Xin chào các bạn, mình tô một cái canh này nha. Lên mình nó hoàn thành một cái với tranh nha các bạn. Bye bye.